Imagine this. Nebraska lawmakers pass a strong property tax cap. Finally, tax relief for property owners. And at first, it feels like a win. Your property tax bill finally slows down. Sounds great. But then a year later, your city utility bill goes up. Road repairs in your neighborhood take longer. The city approves another big subdivision on the edge of town. Your local school starts asking voters for more funding. And suddenly you start wondering, did government actually spend less? Or did the pressure just move somewhere else? That's the part of property tax caps most people never hear about. Because when government loses one of its biggest revenue tools, it usually changes behavior. And those changes can affect the average Nebraskan in ways that show up everywhere, in your bills, on your streets, in your school district, even in how your city grows. Today, we're looking at what tighter property tax caps in Nebraska could actually do. Not just on paper, but in real life. And why one law meant to lower taxes can end up reshaping how local government works across the entire state. Leave a comment, follow, and subscribe. Let me know the next topic you want me to tackle. Fee increase is one of the most common responses, fees, because a property tax cap may limit levy growth, but many fees can be generated outside that cap. Sewer fees might appear. Building permits might get more expensive. Inspection fees get bigger. It might be that trash collection gets more expensive. Maybe there are park fees and permits to use parks. Wheel taxes might roll out of Omaha and find a new home in other suburbs, so a homeowner may celebrate, my property taxes stayed flat. But then they pay for a range of additional fees. So owners might ask, did taxes really go down, or did the bill just move? This matters because fees often hit everyone the same. Taxing new development. This is one people don't expect. Many tax cap proposals allow exceptions for new construction. That means existing homes may be capped, but new subdivisions, new apartments, new commercial buildings can expand the tax base. That creates a powerful incentive. A city may think, we can't raise taxes much on existing property, but new development creates new revenue. This incentivizes faster annexation, more subdivisions and greater rezoning, and more commercial approvals, especially around places like Omaha and Lincoln. That can help growth. More building creates an interesting economic paradox. Existing landowners are seeking tax reduction, only to see many new houses being built. This would reduce the value of the properties they currently possess. Since the supply of homes would increase, this would automatically reduce their tax burden, since taxes are based on home values. So they would get lower taxes but lose property value, a real out of the frying pan and into the fire situation for governments and taxpayers, that they will now have more roads to maintain, more sewage systems to install, and more overall long-term costs. Just like in private business, those activities that create revenue also creates expense. Zero-based budgeting caps can also change budgeting psychology. If a city has authority today, it may worry about losing flexibility later. That can create a mindset like this. If we lower spending too much now, we may regret it next year. So instead of cutting aggressively, government may keep levy authority near max, hold reserves, delay reductions, bank capacity where possible. That's not necessarily wasteful. Sometimes it's financial planning, but politically it can feel strange. Residents may ask, if values went up and the city says the cap protects us, why is spending still near the limit? Because government often plans for uncertainty. And caps can make uncertainty feel bigger. Delayed maintenance. Another common behavior, push projects into the future. This might include street maintenance and sidewalk repair. City and county governments might choose to forgo maintenance on buildings and replacing government vehicles. Why? Because payroll and emergency services are politically harder to cut. So maintenance becomes the easiest thing to delay. Short-term, budget stays within cap. Long-term, deferred maintenance usually costs more. A road repair delayed 5 years may cost far more than fixing it now. That's one hidden risk of strict caps. The savings feel immediate. The repair bill comes later. State of duress. This is especially important in Nebraska. If cities and schools can't collect enough locally, they often turn to the state. That means pressure on lawmakers in Lincoln. Provide more school aid. Backfill local budgets. Expand relief credits. That helps local taxpayers, but it shifts pressure to the state budget. And then the big question becomes, if property taxes go down in a state like Nebraska, which constitutionally cannot run a deficit, does the state need to increase income taxes? Do they need to make budget cuts? Cornhusker trade-offs. This is why Nebraska's debate is complicated. Supporters of stronger caps say property taxes are too unpredictable. People on fixed incomes feel squeezed. Farmers and homeowners need certainty, and that's a real concern. Critics say caps may push government toward more fees, delayed maintenance, more reliance on the state, and less local flexibility. Both concerns can be true. A cap can absolutely create relief, and it can absolutely change incentives. The details matter. How tight is the cap? Are new developments exempt? Can voters override it? How are schools funded? Those design choices decide whether the policy feels like meaningful relief or simply a reshuffling of costs. So if Nebraska adopts tighter property tax caps, government behavior likely won't stop. It'll adjust. The biggest question isn't just woes. Will taxes go down? It's about what changes next? Fees, growth, state aid, deferred maintenance, or real long-term relief? What do you think Nebraska should do? Should lawmakers cap property taxes harder, or would that create more problems than it solves? Drop your thoughts below. And if you like deep dives into housing, policy, and how government decisions affect real estate, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.